It's time to keep track. Here are the final stats.
Okay, that leads us over to the curse tracker.
There's 4 curses in it. One of them's fuck. One of them is ass. Separate one is asshole, and another one is shit. So there's only 4 total curses, and I think fuck is only used once. And I don't know why this was an R-rated movie then, because it's not that violent. If they only said fuck once, they could get away with it being PG-13. It wasn't into sexual content.
Maybe they were going for a PG-13, but then the ratings were like, oh, there's a guy on fire and this dude stabbed in the stomach.
Maybe there's some blood shown here, dislocates his thumb. I don't know. But anyway, I'm surprised that it's an R-rated one. But there were 2 honorable mentions to God, but they weren't used as swears. He says, so help me God and God's honest truth. I think it's God's honest truth parts when he's talking to the FBI, but I didn't count those because they weren't swears or curses. So that's 4 for this movie, which is on the lower side. Anyway, that brings our total up to 614 curses.
What are we at now? So this is our 37th episode.
35th movie that we've tracked.
Is it 35? I think it's 34. Because
I got 35 on here.
Dark, Best of Times, and Industrial Symphony we're not counting.
Right.
Was that 34, right?
No, that'd be 35.
I got 35.
You got 35? So this is our 38th episode?
Yeah, this would be our 38th episode.
Anyways, yeah. So 35 movies in, 614 curses. Runtime, mercifully, this was on the lower end, 96 minutes. Thank God. I don't know how I ended up writing so much. I wrote like 10,000 words. I wrote more about this movie than I wrote about The Rock, which I'm not really sure how that happened. But anyways, 96 minutes sandwiches it in between Grand Isle and The Old Way. Noticing a pattern. Little like independent, not so great movies.
They're all about an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half. Nudity, there was none. It was an R-rated movie, so I don't know. It's a good question of why this got the R rating in it. I don't know. Violence, maybe. I don't really, notice a ton of cursing from the other characters.
Yeah.
Subject matter, I don't know. Weird. Anyways,
maybe from the scene when Hoyt gets like blown away by the FBI agents.
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of graphic.
That was, yeah. I mean, they could have easily cut away from the violence on that to get the R-rated or to get the PG-13. I don't know. It seems like it would have behooved them to get the PG-13 for this because it was, somewhat summer action, $35 million. PG-13, you might have been able to recoup all of that. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. Although maybe it was like, well, the director of Con Air, an R-rated action movie, but this is a PG-13 one, so it's going to suck. Maybe.
Yeah. Well,
they didn't want to avoid that.
Sucked anyway.
Yeah. And nobody saw it, so. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody watched it. State and country tracker. This is our 4th time to Louisiana and our 3rd trip to New Orleans with Bad Lieutenant and Wild at Heart. So that's kind of interesting. We did basically back-to-back movies in New Orleans. Though Wild at Heart moves around more. This one's straight up New Orleans, just like Bad Lieutenant. Though Bad Lieutenant did go to Biloxi at one point. So, So we're still sitting at 21 total states. Budget versus gross. This cost $35 million and made 18. Not great. Bringing our grand total up to $1.052.7 billion budget and a $2.352 billion gross. Still double. Our next movie, I could not find any information whatsoever on the budget or the gross because it was shot in Italy and it's a completely foreign film, and I guess they don't report that kind of stuff, so I could not find it anywhere. So our numbers are going to be, I feel like our numbers are already kind of off, but they're going to be way off in the next one. As far as our top grossing films, this is weirdly in the middle, kind of smack dab in the middle, $18 million, sandwiched between The Weatherman and Valley Girl. I think about 1983 money of Valley Girl making $17.3 million. And
wasn't Valley Girl like a $3 million budget or something really small?
300,000, I think.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. Which is pretty crazy. This movie cost $35 million. Crazy. Ratings, this was our 19th R-rated movie. Far and away the leader. Which leads us over to the kill tracker.
1 kill, Bob. You only had the 1 kill where he killed.
Just killed our boy Vince.
Or did he?
Dun, dun,
Apparently he's invincible.
Stolen 2.
Stolen 2. He'll come back.
Stolen again.
There was a little bit of air still in that trunk.
No hair left and he's missing another leg.
He looks like fucking burnt. Deadpool.
Somehow stupid as shit the whole time.
Brain damage from lack of oxygen is underwater.
He talks like that dispatcher now. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm back to stealing you again.
That's my last chance to get some money. Will.
This is my last dance. I don't got 2 left feet. Anyway, so yeah, just the 1 kill, which brings us to a total of 178 kills. And he survived this one, even though there was that fake out. So still just 11 deaths.